Hello, everyone. What's up? This is Andrew. In this episode of Madman Review, we'll talk about the 6.5 Creedmoor scopes. There are many of these out there, and a lot of people don't even know where to start. So, this is where the handy guide comes in. I will go over what makes a scope a good option and give you my 5 recommendations for the best scopes so you have a solid idea of what you want at the end. Choosing a 6.5 Creedmoor scope. If you've been in the game for a while, you will know that the 6.5 Creedmoor is considered one of the best long-range cartridges on the market. It has excellent range, power, and accuracy, all of which really shine in extreme long-range shooting competitions. You can hit targets out at 250 yards without breaking a sweat. If you slap on an optic, it'd be no problem hitting further than 1,000 yards. To be honest, for the 6.5 Creedmoor, hitting things at 1,000 yards or so is considered average at best. It's not even something to brag about. Many competitive shooters can still ping their targets that are out well over thrice that distance, even when there are strong winds. Part of that success comes from having the right scope. Though shooting things from 3,000 yards is possible with a good scope, most of us won't be doing that. Even so, there's not really one-size-fits-all scope here. Your preferred range should determine the magnification power of your scope. Having too much magnification can result in missing your target when it's 10 feet in front of you. Close range is anywhere closer than 300 yards, and you want nothing above 9 times between 300 to 700 yards. It's considered medium range, and magnification 9 to 15 times is just right. Shooting at anything beyond 700 yards is shooting long range, and you want to have a scope that does better than 15 times. There are also variable powered scopes if you do use more than one range. So, that's the basics. Pick a range and determine the magnification. Then, go from there. But what if you sometimes shoot at close range and sometimes long range? Well, you'll need one that comes with a wide range of magnification power, based on your needs, but worry not, my recommendations here cover pretty much short to long range shooting, although this requires a bit of adjustment on your side to get the zeroing in right. Best 6.5 Creedmoor scopes. Here comes the exciting part. Here I'll give you my top 5 scope recommendations for the 6.5 Creedmoor. As always, the links to these are in the description, and consider subscribing to our channel for more content like this. And without further ado, let's get into it. Vortex Viper PST-2. This one comes with a 50mm objective lens and a magnification power from 5 to 25 times. It's a versatile scope, capable of providing crisp images at all ranges as the lens is multi-coated and the glass is extra low dispersion. Moreover, you get all these at a relatively low price. The best thing about the scope is the reticle, which contains a plethora of information such as bullet drop, and such estimations only appear at a larger magnification where they're really needed, meaning that the reticle adjusts with your zoom level. The reticle also glows in the dark, which brightness you can adjust with an illumination knob that is silky smooth. Most reticles are black, and that's fine and dandy in bright settings, but it can really blend in with the shadows when it gets a bit darker. So the bright red reticle lets you know where you're pointing your gun. Battery life is pretty solid, although it never hurts to have 1 or 2 spare batteries, just in case. The eye box is also easy on the eye, and the eye relief is at 3.4 inches, and also remains consistent regardless of magnification power. The adjustment dial is textured for extra grip and fine adjustment, while also being very smooth when you're dialing it in. If you're taking the scope out hunting in the field at the forest, durability is crucial. Here, the PST-2 is built like a tank. It can withstand fire, rain, fog, snow, and being thrown out of a car going 60 miles per hour. It is necessary to put it through all these ordeals? Probably not. Does it prove its durability? Definitely. It can withstand a lot of abuse and still hold up well. The glass is coated with armor tech, so it's resistant to oil, dirt, and scratch. The knobs for windage and elevation produce sound and also tactile feedback as you turn them. All this allows for smooth and precise adjustment. It doesn't lose its zeroing easily either, even after shooting a few hundred rounds. The best part of the PST-2 is its zero stop. That means that you cannot adjust beyond your sight in zero. Given how often you need to adjust your scope for long-range shots, this little feature is very useful. Although the durability is admirable, I would still recommend you investing in flip caps to prevent your lens pristine for even longer. A little bit of investment goes a long way. The Night Force Optics NXS. The NXS is a favorite among the military and law enforcement agency, as it was designed for those people in the first place. But you can get your hands on the NXS now, and expect nothing short of military-grade stuff here. Let's start with the glass. It's perhaps the highest quality glass money can buy. The high-quality precision glass is fully coated for the best image clarity, so you have a crystal clear glass for this scope. But the glass isn't the whole story. As mentioned before, a long-range scope is only as good as its reticle. The NXS also comes with wind, drift, holdover, and other estimations that prove invaluable should you wish to nail your target at extreme ranges. The eye relief is at 4 inches, which is spacious. For one, you don't have to get intimate with your scope to get the full picture, or have to worry about getting punted in the eye when the gun kicks back whenever you pull the trigger. The eye box is forgiving as well. A scope designed for the military means that it must be able to withstand a lot of abuse. The NXS is extremely durable and can hold up a lot of abuse in a combat environment. So of course, it would work like a charm when you take it out hunting. What about the elevation and windage knobs? Reliable as expected. They have tactile and audible feedback, so you know it's turning. The movement is smooth and the tracking is spot on. The grip is also textured, so fine adjustment is a breeze. Zeroing is easy and it still holds even after hundreds of rounds fired. Again, the zero-stop feature comes into play, which is pretty much a necessity for long-range shooting. The magnification goes from 5.5 times to 22 times, so the NXS is effective regardless of range. Some people have reported that they can hit their target out beyond 2,000 yards. And it is all thanks to the parallax-free and clear scope regardless of magnifications. Another thing that makes the NXS better than the Vortex PST is the fact that the image quality remains the same regardless of the weather. That way, even if it suddenly rains, cats and dogs, when you're out hunting, your scope would not be affected. One downside I can think of is the side knob for parallax adjustment. It's just designed differently for this scope for some reason. Many other scopes have numbers and marks, except this one. The NXS just comes with notches, no numbers. It can be a bit tricky to figure it out the first few times, but it will become natural after a while. Of course, the other drawback is its ludicrous price. Your partner and friends are going to question your purchase decision. After all, this is a scope that is worth almost $2,000. But here's the thing, the scope might be the last scope you'll ever buy. At that price point, it's going to last you a lifetime. The magnification power means it's usable as both hunting scope at all ranges, or for competitive shooting for extreme ranges. So if you're into both, it is best just to buy one expensive scope rather than two separate, slightly less expensive scopes. The Vortex Strike Eagle. This is also another excellent short to long range scope for both competitive shooting and hunting. It has a lot of things going for it. We'll start with the glass. Though the edges are a touch blurry when you're zoomed in 20 times, the image quality is largely bright and sharp still. Speaking of image, the Strike Eagle comes with the EBR4 MOA reticle, which is a good choice when you need to shoot things at long distances. It's a second focal plane 20 MOA that helps you determine the range, holdover, and windage corrections. As with many other high-quality scopes, this one also comes with an illuminated reticle for low-light settings. This illumination can be changed with 11 total settings, and the knob for that is also smooth to turn. Though the battery life is decent, I advise you to bring some batteries with you just in case. The eye relief is at 3.5 inches, and the eye box is forgiving, although it can get a bit tight when you're scoped in at 24 times magnification. The durability is also excellent. It is resistant to shock, fog, and water. It can hold itself together even while undergoing some strong abuse. The downside is that the scope is a bit heavy. The dials for windage and elevation have tactile and audio feedback. It might feel a bit tight to turn at first, but it will smooth out after some use. It is zero resettable, meaning that you can switch back to zero easily. You won't have problems with parallax and image clarity regardless of the magnification, power at 4 times or 24 times. The image is still crystal clear. One handy feature here is that should parallax become an issue, there is a side parallax knob for that. With that wide range of magnification, it is suitable for all ranges. The Vortex Optics Viper HST. This is also another top-of-the-line long-range scope for the 6.5 Creedmoor. It comes with a lot of premium features that would prove invaluable for field hunting. The multi-coated lens with an extra low dispersion lens means that the scope provides a clear image with a lot of contrast, making the image bright and crisp. It comes with a VMR1 reticle, OMA. In addition, the lens is protected with Armor Tech coating, so the lens is safe from scratches and bumps. Speaking of durability, the scope is a one-piece tube with a complete O-ring seal, so it is completely water and fog proof. The build quality is excellent, and you don't have to worry about dust or debris seeping into your sight. The zoom is 4 times to 16 times, which might seem a bit underpowered on the extreme range, but again, not many people shoot at that range anyway. With that ruled out, you have very capable scope at pretty much all ranges. Parallax is not a problem since it comes with a side knob for adjustment. Speaking of adjustment, the reticle can also be adjusted to your eye with the fast focus eyepiece. All these intuitive features mean that the HST is a very versatile scope. It is usable in all sorts of environments and it could last you a lifetime. The Athlon Argos BTR. If budget is your primary concern, then fret not. You can get your hands on a decent scope without spending over $500. Of course, you cannot expect to be as top-notch compared to other scopes, but the quality is still decent. In fact, the high prices you pay go into the little things that make hunting a little easier. If you drop down the price range a bit, you are not giving up the quality of all that much. The BTR is durable, comes with great glass, and is designed for long-range shooting over 1,000 yards. It also comes with true tracking and a first focal plane. The reticle is also illuminated for use in dark environments as well, though it does not come with zero stop. The BTR shares many features on premium scopes for a third of the price. That is a bargain. And there you have it, everyone. These are my top 5 picks for the 6.5 Creedmoor scope. By now, you should have a clear idea of what you want. Frankly, any one of these would serve you well, and I guarantee you that you would be satisfied. Consider giving us a like if you find this video helpful. As always, I shall see you again in the next episode. This is Andrew, over and out.